yourself lucky.
Hi guys, Sam here with HorrorMom.com, and today we're starting something new. I'm starting a new weekly series. It's going to be called The 4 Scares of the Week, and I will do a video every week where I watch 4 movies that I have never seen. So these will be thrillers, horror, scare movies, just like always, but they will be ones I've definitely never seen, and I will share those with you. It'll be a little bit shorter format, so we can get through them. And I will still do my other videos, the little bit longer reviews on movies that I really love and want to get out there. So let me know if you guys like this new format. I think it'll be fun. It'll be an easy way to get through multiple movies a little bit quicker and give you guys hopefully some good content and maybe a couple of warnings on some stuff that's not very good each week. So the first one I watched was Imaginary, which came out in 2024. And I do remember when this came out and I thought, I bet this would be kind of good. It's currently streaming on Starz, so you can find it there. This movie starts out with our character Jess. She's an illustrator and she is living with her husband and his 2 daughters from a previous marriage. Now there's something wrong with their real mother. I'm not going to get into too much of that, but they are not really supposed to be seeing her. So these girls are a little rebellious. Jess is trying to be a super supportive stepmom to them. They're a little resistant, but they are moving to Jess's childhood home. And that's where the little girl finds Chauncey, who is a bear, an imaginary friend bear that actually Jess had as an imaginary friend when she was little. So things start to happen. It gets kind of creepy, and you're trying to figure out, is there something wrong with the little girl? Is there something wrong with the house? Is there something wrong with Jess? Is there something wrong with Chauncey? So I am going to admit I did like this movie. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I actually did enjoy it. It scared me hardcore 3 different times. There was one time I had both my headphones in, I was watching it on my phone like this, just very intent, and I had stuff in my hand, and I could not get my headphones out or the sound to come off. It freaked me out, and I know it was a really good scare. So definitely got me 3 different times with scares. It was fun. What I would say about this, my only leeriness about really telling you guys to run out and see this one is that as its title, it is about imagination. It went a little labyrinth-like, if you guys remember the Jim Henson, Jennifer Connelly, David Bowie movie Labyrinth. It reminded me of a little bit of that near the second half of the movie. I didn't really like the special effects, I do have to admit. In the second half, I think they should have gone a different route. So that's really the only thing, along with the whole like labyrinthy type of stuff, that I think people might not like. But other than that, I did like it. I really liked the story. Jess's character and what's gone on with her in the past, I thought was very creative. They stuck with it. There's a neighbor lady. I didn't need all that. But there was a lot going on in a good way with the characters and the story, and I think that they did a good job with that. I actually would watch this one again, but I know it's not for everybody, so, beware. I'm going to give this one a 6.5, especially because I got scared so many times, and and I really did like the character Jess. I thought she did a really good job. DeWanda Wise, I had never seen her before, but I really liked her character. I thought she did a great job, and she just made it really likable. So kudos to her. Moloch. It was pronounced Moloch. I am so sorry. Okay, so the second one I watched was called Moloch. Moloch. So sorry. This is from 2022 and it's currently on AMC. And okay, so this movie, I actually really liked this. I thought this was scary. I thought this was a very different story. In the very beginning, they're digging in the bog and they're digging up bodies in the bog. Like there's some archaeologist people that are digging in this bog. Then you have the family that lives on the bog, which is our main character, Beatrix, and her family lives there. And they don't tell you what's going on. You're like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know why these people are in the bog. I just don't know. I didn't know what was going on, and they wanted you to not know what was going on for quite a while. It really worked though, because you kind of you get invested in this character. You're finding out about her life, and then there's this whole other situation going on with the bog, and you're like, I don't know. I'm waiting to find out. And Beatrix has a daughter. She lives with her mother and her father in their house, and they also live on the bog. And it just seems like kind of weird. It seems like they've been there a long time. There is a very traumatic past to their family history. Something happened to her grandmother. And so, yeah, you know these things. You know about the family. You know what these guys are doing over here in the bog digging, but you don't know how it's all connected until there's a child's play that the town does every year, and it's like this festival, and then you're like, oh my God, okay. And that's all I'm gonna say. This was really good. I really liked this movie. This story was different. I really liked Beatrix. There's another character she meets, Jonas, who is on the archaeological side. I really liked them together and their interactions. And yeah, I can't tell you anymore, but this was different. This was different in a very good way. I really like this movie. I actually really highly recommend this. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. This is definitely one I will rewatch. Oh, it was just good. And it was just one where I love it when I don't know what's going on and I'm so hooked because I just want to see what's going to happen next. And that's what this movie did. Now, I am going to warn you that there is some Dutch. You do have to read a little bit of subtitles, but not much. You should not be not wanting to watch it for it. It's mainly only when she talks to her family. So when the archaeologists are talking, or whenever Beatrix is talking to them, or people outside of the home, it's all in English. So just a little bit. Please, please, please don't let the subtitles scare you. It's maybe like 15% of the movie that you have to read. And I'm telling you, this is a good story. I really want to know, for those of you that see this or have watched this already, please let me know in the comments what you thought of it. I really liked Moloch. Moloch. I'm so sorry, guys. Moloch. That's how you say it. All right. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Chaos. And Chaos, the Manson Murders is a new documentary on Netflix. It actually just came out this March 7th. There's a gentleman named Tim O'Neill who wrote a book, and it talks about the Manson murders, the CIA, MK Ultra, which was the mind controlling drugs and testing that they did all in the 60s and 70s, and probably still. The CIA let Manson out. They knew how much of a cuckoo bird he was. They believed that he was given a lot of drugs to give to his family, which is his congregation of people that believed in him. He was able to control his family members to go do these murders that happened. This was all a setup from the CIA in order to the anti-war hippie movement that was going on, the peace and love. The CIA wanted to stop to that. So that's why they allowed Manson to go do these murders, to control his family with drugs. That's why we keep talking about the Manson murders, is because the truth is still out there and it's not 100% known just how much our CIA was involved in this. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. I don't recommend it. It's, first of all, it just wasn't a very entertaining documentary to begin with. I don't know. It's just really bizarre. I'm like, if you're going to talk about the Manson murders, you'd think it would be pretty entertaining or decent, but it's just the same blah, blah. And then they didn't touch on it. It's so frustrating to me. This was frustrating and it wasn't that good. So I'm going to stop it there because I don't want to go on a tangent. This is a horror content. This is a horror movie, YouTube channel, and I could go off on this stuff with you guys and inform you about stuff for like an hour, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to tell you that I feel like even though this Tim O'Neill with his book Chaos knows what he believes, he knows what happens, he knows how the CIA was involved, I feel like he just dipped his paintbrush in with this movie. And I'm guessing whoever produced the movie, not necessarily pointing the finger at Netflix, but they said, hey, you're only going to be able to push this much of that story, this much of the CIA blame in this movie. We can't have it be an hour and a half blaming the CIA for everything, because it just didn't do what the truth is, in my opinion. We're going to number 4. Okay, so the 4th movie I watched was Cuckoo, and I'd been wanting to watch this movie for a while. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it. It is from 2024, and it's on Hulu now, you guys. So I'm sure a lot of you have Hulu. You can go watch it for free on Hulu. Just a heads up, there's a little bit of German subtitles, just like on Moloch. They're just like that one. So it's maybe like 20%. And it's only when they're talking, when is it? It's when they're talking to the German guy that owns this resort. So it's really not a lot. It's mostly English speaking. So don't let the subtitles freak you out. It's not that much at all. Okay, so this movie we meet Gretchen, who's 17 years old, and she's having to move in with her father, her stepmother, and her half sister Alma, and they are moving to a resort that is in the German Alps. And Gretchen is from the States originally, so she's not happy about this. She's missing her mother terribly. It's just kind of traumatic. She is clearly not okay with being there with her father. And this resort is like bizarro land. Okay, first of all, it takes place in like it didn't give me a year, but it has to be like the end of the 70s or early 80s, because there's no cell phones, you can just tell. So Gretchen is, she's there. Her parents are actually working to build a new resort there. So they're busy. Her sister, her half sister, doesn't speak. There's all kinds of weird things going on in this resort. Like the people don't act right. The people are throwing up. They're having seizures. They're hearing noises and things are going on looping. So just like with Moloch, with Moloch, with the other movie we watched, I didn't know what was going on the entire time of the early part of Cuckoo. I was like, what is going on? What is going on in this resort? I have no idea, but I was hooked. This is a really good movie. I really like where it went. I like the style of the movie. Gretchen starts to notice all these weird things. You're sitting there watching the movie, you're noticing this weird stuff. She wants to leave. She wants to get out of there. She can't. She tries. She's actually attacked 2 different times by somebody, and nobody will believe her. Her family, her father and stepmother are all concerned with Alma, and they don't seem to care about her at all. It's kind of sad. But you will care about Gretchen. She's a cool character. I really liked her, and I really liked it. This was just such a different story. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 also. I liked where this movie went. I liked the progression of Gretchen. I liked where I just have no idea what's going on. I can't predict where this movie's going to go. And then when it gets there, I'm like, just kind of delighted, and I'm like, oh, this was different. This was cool. So check this one out for sure. Again, this is on a Hulu. I think you guys will really like this. So we've got definitely out of our first 4 scares of the week, we've got 2 that I would highly recommend, and then you've got another one imaginary that you could definitely check out. I think that's pretty good for our first week. So let me know what you guys think about this format. If you like it, I will still do my other reviews and try to get as many of those as I can, but I just wanted to try to get some quick reviews out, even quicker than I normally do, and make sure that I'm always watching stuff that I haven't seen before, because I like to tell you guys about movies that I know are so great, but it's really good to just, watch something fresh and not know if you're going to like it, and then be able to share that as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of these that you did see, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, so moving on, the second movie that I watched was called Moloch. It's Moloch. Moloch. I heard him say it in the movie, and it was pronounced Moloch. So the next one I watched was called Moloch. Moloch. It was pronounced Moloch. I am so sorry. Okay, so the second one I watched was called Moloch. Moloch. So sorry. I really liked Moloch. Oh, Moloch. I'm so sorry, guys. Moloch. That's how you say it. All right. Just a heads up, there's a little bit of German subtitles, just like on Moloch. So just like with Moloch, with the other movie we watched,